I am Suan Liverpool, and I will be presenting on the 5 declarations and inclusion statement, policies, framework, models, and laws relative to disabilities. Here you can see my table. The headings are Declarations and Inclusive Statements, Date, Signatories, Historic Significance, Opportunities, Benefits, and Challenges. The first one, Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. Now this was adopted on December 13, 2006, opened for signature on March 30, 2007, and entered into force on May 3, 2008. There are 164 signatories to the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, CRPD. It connects disability rights to key international human rights documents, highlighting that safeguarding the rights of persons with disabilities has always been part of the global commitment to equality, dignity, and non-discrimination for everyone. Countries can strengthen laws and policies to ensure dignity, equality, and freedom for persons with disabilities. Also, institutions can work to eliminate discrimination and ensure equal access to education, healthcare, employment, and justice. Human rights are universal, indivisible, interdependent, and must be enjoyed fully by persons with disabilities without discrimination. Also, according to the Convention CRPD, understanding disability as an evolving concept and recognizing the need to remove societal and environmental barriers. Some of the challenges are discrimination and exclusion of persons with disabilities. Another one, unequal access to human rights and freedom enjoyed by others. I'll now move on to the second one. Kingston Accord 2004. Date and event, May 11, 2004. Adoption of plan of action was done by June 2005 and follow-up meetings were done every 2 years. Now, CARICOM ministers responsible for disability from member states, 15 countries, including Jamaica, which was the host, and Guyana. The purpose was to promote disability rights, inclusion, and policy harmonization in the Caribbean. According to CARICOM Secretariat 2004, the Kingston Accord 2004 is historically significant as the first regional Caribbean commitment to the rights and inclusion of persons with disabilities. It sets a framework for national policies promoted social integration, supported international standards like the CRPD, and the established mechanisms for monitoring and regional cooperation. According to the first Caribbean Ministerial Meeting on Disability, Kingston, Jamaica, 2004, developed regional disability policies, legislation, and data systems, promote social inclusion, empowerment, and equal access to education, employment, and services. Promotion of equality and human rights. Now, this ensures persons with disabilities enjoy the same rights as all citizens. Empowerment and integration also enables persons with disabilities to participate fully in society and the workforce. Accessibility issues. Public buildings, transport, and infrastructure remain largely inaccessible. Weak policy enforcement, legislation and national disability policies are unevenly implemented. The third one, Guyana's Persons with Disabilities Act 2010. 2010, the year the Persons with Disabilities Act 2010, Act number 11 of 2010 was enacted. According to Persons with Disabilities Act 2010, Guyana Act number 11 of 2010, it was ascended to by the President Barra Jagdeo on 2nd November 2010. The Persons with Disabilities Act 2010 is historically significant because it was Guyana's first comprehensive law to firmly protect the rights of persons with disabilities, align domestic law with the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, establish the National Commission on Disabilities, and promote inclusion in education, employment, health, housing, and society. Education. Free primary, secondary education, inclusive schools, special education and support services, sports and recreation, participation in sports and recreational activities, accessibility, access to buildings, transportation and services, political rights, voting rights, and accessible polling stations. Employment, limited access to open employment, lack of reasonable accommodation, social and cultural, stigma discrimination, reluctance to fully integrate persons with disabilities. 4. The Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA. The Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA, was signed into law on July 26, 1990 by President George H.W. Bush. Signed into law by President George H.W. Bush, July 26, 1990, main sponsor in Congress, Senator Tom Harkin, DIA, key advocate, President, or Justin Dart Jr., Evan Kempt, and other disability rights leaders. The ADA is a landmark civil rights law ensuring equal opportunities and protection from discrimination for persons with disabilities. ADA coordinators and state and local governments have the opportunity to improve accessibility in digital spaces. The Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA, protects people with disabilities in many areas of public life. Example, voting, parking, and access to services. Limited budget and resources, lack of awareness or understanding of rules. Number 5, the National Disability Policy, St. Lucia. In October 2025, the Ministry of Equity launched mini consultations on the draft National Policy for Persons with Disabilities. Caribbean Development Bank (CDB) led institution, Ministry of Equity, Social Justice and Empowerment, St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association. The assessment is historically significant as the first comprehensive study of persons with disabilities in St. Lucia, highlighting their vulnerabilities, social inequalities, and exclusion from policies. It provides a foundation for disability, inclusive planning, and improved services. Opportunities for persons with disabilities in St. Lucia include improving inclusion in policies, expanding education and digital access, strengthening healthcare and social protection, supporting caregivers, enhancing safety and infrastructure, and improving data and communication systems. Some have internet access, enabling digital inclusion. Nearly half have completed primary education. Limited access to education beyond special education centers. low visibility, and limited involvement of PWDs in policy and program decisions. Thank you. That brings me to the end of my presentation.